Hey, what's up, my dokus? Jason here, welcoming you back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we stopped Bana from an assassination attempt and defeated his Giga Rosa. Also, almost at the cost of Neil's life. This time, with nothing standing in our way, it is finally time to head off to Tantal. We've heard a lot about this place through many different outlooks, but now it's time for us to finally go there. Dorara, hear the news. Friends wanting to go to Tantal. Actually, ship captain was in the line and go into deep mooring for Lady Fan. There was nobody left to steer ship, and so Dorara got selected to replace. Dorara never go there before, so we'll have to work hard to make trip success. Dorara not worried though. With Prince of Tantal on board, getting in should be piece of pollen cake.
Say, chum, which one do you fancy? Pyra or Mithra?
Zeke. You can't just ask someone... Anyway, they're the same person. I've never really thought of them separately.
Are you serious? But they're like totally different characters. Like, Mithra is jolly intense. And Pyra is just totally mellow, or, I don't know, what's the opposite of pushy?
On the outside, maybe. But Pyra's got a lot of backbone, too. She can be pretty stubborn.
You seem to understand them pretty deeply. Well, I suppose you are their driver.
Hey!
Yeah?
You're a prince from Tantal, aren't you, Zeke? Why were you in the Praetorium?
I mean, you can't just ask someone.
Oh, his old man kicked him out.
Oi! No, bad blade, bad. How long have you been standing there?
From about... Which one do you fancy?
Which one do you That's the whole conversation.
As I was saying, my prince got disowned by his father. He spent all his time traveling the world for fun, instead of attending to his studies. Then bye!
It wasn't for fun. I was learning all about, society and international relations.
International relations, that what you call it?
Oi, can it you? What are you doing anyway? Dissing your own driver.
You guys crack me up.
I love him, really.
Oh. Anyway, he sounds tough. Zeke's dad, I mean.
Tantal is an isolationist society. Crossing its borders without leave is strictly forbidden. It's been that way for ages now.
Oh,
But you've seen how my prince here is. Couldn't stop himself leaving a few times, so he got chewed out and disowned. Back when he was 15 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Then the praetor himself found him half dead on the ground one day and took him in. He made up that special envoy stuff.
and that's how you ended up in Indol. It all makes sense now. Oh, but wait. Is it safe for you to go back to Tantal, then?
This time, we've got official business from the Praetorium. It'll be fine. Probably. Besides,
Yeah?
Tantal is too ignorant of the outside world. It needs a wake-up call.
Sire, we have reached the designated coordinates. Please.
Right! Ready?
You betcha!
Huh?
Shut up and sit down, chum. This'll be great!
My lord, Genbu has begun surfacing.
I am aware.
It's Pandoria.
Then the prince...
Yes.
We have received reports that he made contact with the Aegis in Indol.
So after 500 years, he makes his move. Praetor Amalthus.
My lord?
We must act to protect our days of peace, even if they are a dream that cannot last.
Whoa. It's just like a bigger version of Turtus.
It's called Genbu. It's the same, like, Titan type as Uriah. Normally, it's submerged in the Cloud Sea.
Even in early fall, it can get pretty cold inside Tantal. Mind you don't freeze.
I really can't stand the cold.
I can provide my own warmth. You can stay close to me if you like.
Me as well.
You guys are pretty handy to have around.
Well, it is our trademark, right?
Essentially.
Aren't you going to be cold like that, Shellhead?
I'm used to it. I'll be dandy.
He's naturally dense. It's good insulation.
Oh, makes
makes sense.
sense.
Stop encouraging her, gang of bullies!
Welcome to the freezing kingdom of Tantal. You know, going back to the talk of music, as it has been many episodes since I've talked about it, I would like to bring up that this right here, this music track, is my second favorite track in the game. If I have told you that I've had previous tracks that are my second favorite, I apologize. I've actually listened to the soundtrack after that, and after, like, basically before and after that, basically, like, before this LP started and after the point that I started talking and praising the music for Xenoblade 2. And this one just sat with me, and I was like, if my other favorite song didn't exist, this would be my favorite song in the game, but nope, it's stuck at my second favorite. You know, speaking of, this is an ice wasteland. What are we doing? I think we should switch to Pyra, because you see, Pyra is for warmth.
Hey, Nia? Do you... mind?
Come on, it's not so bad. You're just so warm. I can't help it.
It's a function of what's known as infrared radiation.
Gramps knows everything.
I'm not your personal heater, you know?
My lady, if you desire warmth, why not take some from me? Miss Pyra seems to be in some distress.
No way. Your fur's all stiff and spiky with a cold. It'd be murder on my sensitive skin.
But, my lady...
Hey, is it just me, or are the ether lines really dim?
What is meaning of ether lines?
You know, those things. The glowing threads that run inside a titan.
That is the glow of pure ether coursing through the Titan's body. You can compare it to the bloodstream of a human.
You've got good eyes. Genbu has pretty bad circulation compared to other Titans. They say it's why we have a cold climate and awful crops.
So it's cold-blooded?
Call it what you like.
Alrighty. Let's keep moving forward. Now, I wonder if, you're probably curious. I don't know if any of you guys are, but I'm definitely curious to answer this question myself in case it ever gets brought up by Zach or anybody else who's curious about it. I'm trying to base this chapter around progress and quests, but it's really hard to do that because this chapter is one of the longer chapters in Xenoblade 2. And so it's a little harder to balance out when to do quests and when not to, because I want to be at a fairly decent level, but I also don't want to be too low where I get screwed out of a fight, because I have had that in my previous playthroughs. And it has genuinely screwed me. And so if we get to a point where we're in the middle of the story, but I want to go take care of some quests to ensure that... Ooh, a treasure trove.
Treasure acquired.
But to ensure that I have a high enough level to where I'm not going to get screwed out of a boss fight, I am just going to make you guys aware that I will take that opportunity. Because we honestly, to specify, we have 24 regular quests left in the game that aren't counted as post-game quests or blade quests. And a lot of those are in later chapters. Honestly, we don't have very many in chapter 6 itself to take on outside of the new areas of Tantal. And I do want to cover them all, but it's tough to figure out when the point is that I want to take them on, because we're at level 44 right now, which is a pretty good level. But I want to make sure I'm at a high enough level to not get my butt handed to me on a silver platter. So, I don't know, we'll work through it. But we're on the castle's approach. We're approaching the main, I guess, castle, city, whatever you want to call it.
Oh my. This is the very picture of the ancient civilizations I've read about.
It's a pretty classic look. You know the old land of Torna? They had a proud and noble civilization, rivaled only by Judicium at the time. But, whereas Judicium were the masters of biological arts, Tornans knew all there was to know about engineering. The proud blood of Torna runs in the veins of us Tantalese.
As there are people to pass it on to, civilization will endure. Knowledge is inherited, much like life itself.
Nice quote. You should write that down.
Thank you.
It's not that simple, though.
Huh?
You'll see.
It's the dawn of a new day. Let me read you the agenda for today.
Hey, look what I found!
Congratulations.
That's a pretty lively market.
It's the black market.
Black market?
Tantal is so cold. There's precious little in the way of local produce to sell. Just look. All the regular shops are shuttered.
You're right. They're mostly empty.
Instead, folks pay ungodly prices for produce that's been smuggled in from other nations. And since it's the only thing keeping people from actually starving, the bigwigs just turn a blind eye.
So most of the agricultural production is wasted just surviving, and the country grows weak.
Exactly.
So even the wisdom of a proud ancient civilization cannot solve all problems.
Ancient civilization sounds good and all, but basically, this place is a giant museum with no tourists. That's not going to feed anyone.
Such a depressing place. But we have many shops here. But it looks like our main goal will be going and visiting the castle itself.
A new locale. I've gained.
We have been expecting you, Your Highness.
Yeah. Good to see you. Is the old man inside?
Indeed. He has been eagerly awaiting your return.
Ha! Now I know you're lying. Our moos'll fly before that man welcomes me home. No need to coddle me, mate.
Apologies.
Any case, seems he knows we're coming. That'll save time.
Could it be? Are you all right? Yes. Tora?
But why? It's true. I'll be able to produce own reserves of ether energy, but...
I'll explain later. For now, just do as I ask.
All right then. Leave it to Tora.
The Aegis, I presume.
Huh?
Guards! My lady!
Mehmet, what the hell is going on? Charlotte?
No idea! Stop this at once! Dad!
Pyra! Let it go! Pyra! Pyra!
Stop this madness! What's going on? Rex and his lot haven't done anything!
We cannot afford to wait until they do, Zeke. The world must not be allowed to burn. The Aegis must be destroyed.
Oh, no, you don't.
Dromac, let's get Rex out to there.
Roger.
The ether energy!
My lady!
Please do not resist. My goal is only to destroy the Aegis. I have no wish to take your lives also.
King Eulogimenos, I stand before you as a special envoy of Morardain. The Emperor sent me here himself. Do you realize what you are doing?
I am quite aware, and prepared to face the consequences.
Prepared?
Why? Why do you have to bump Pyra off?
I see you still speak like a commoner.
What's that got to do with anything? Don't change the subject.
What if I told you I act for justice?
What are you trying to say?
You could say, I'm doing this for Ulrest.
Say what now?
Follow me.
This is...
This is the legacy of our royal line.
You can't be serious! Why? Father, why?